No, it's okay, project. Yeah. It's okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Can you hear Aruna Mataji? Hare Krishna. Can you hear me speaking?
Yes, Prabhuji. Namaste.
Yeah. Just send a thumbs up, Mataji, if you are able to hear me. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Just start in a few minutes.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Oh, no? Hare Krishna. Yeah, beginning. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Hare. Thank you, Prabhuji. Last week we finished 3.10. Okay, 3.10 we finished. Okay. Hare Krishna. We'll get started with some music. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Banachari Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana यमुना तीरावनचारि जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारि 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 जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jai Jai Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jai Jai Gurudev, Sai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Shri Radha Giridhari Bhagwan की जय, श्री राधा गोपी वल्लभ की जय, श्री राधा गोविंद की जय, श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री गुरुदेव की जय, निताई गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. So I'm not sure. My request, if it's okay, all the Prabhujis can come in the front, so Matajis can sit uncomfortably, even close to each other. Just come in the front. There's a lot of space here also. You can come. That's okay. Yeah. Come in the front, Prabhu. Yeah. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So I forgot to get the Japamalas. I don't know if you have got yours. We'll do one round of chanting, but you don't have the malas. Just thinking. Or will you just do it without the mala? Is that okay? You just follow me? Okay. It's Kartika month. It's a very auspicious time. So the more rounds we do, the nice it is. We all can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. It's there on the screen here. It takes approximately 8 to 10 minutes if you do congregationally, right? We go a little slow. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswat Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vasyatyadeeshkarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta. Let's start together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Please repeat after me. Harer Nama, Harer Nameva Kevalam, Kalau, Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatiranyata. Which means in this age of Kali Yuga, when no other process of religion works properly, the only process which works absolutely perfectly is chanting the holy names of God. So what we have done now is we have done the biggest yajna. If you believe it or not, we have just done the biggest and the most important yajna of Kali Yuga. Because this works perfectly in Kali Yuga. We can't do big homam right here. So many fire sprinklers will start, isn't it? We can't do big Vigraha Pratishtha here because we can't worship Vigraha so properly, right? But what we can do is we can nicely chant the holy names. That is possible. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Ajnantimirandasya ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर मी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वत्देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कुम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिमित्कृपहतमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरोदीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष साभ्याभ्यन्तरं शुचे। श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु। Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji is directly come from Ahobilam. When did you reach here, Prabhuji? Wednesday. Acha, Hare Krishna. Did you go to the top? Ugra Sambha. Hare Prabhuji, you should go there. Huh? Oh, by the time you reach there, what time was it? Oh, then it's dangerous. Yeah. Then thing is, the whole thing closes. Yeah, it's a forest. Yeah. No help. Let us thank Raghavan Prabhu and may I know your father's name once again? Chandrasekhar. And good Mataji's name? Sushila Mataji. And your mother-in-law's name? Huh? Ratna Mataji. And the whole family with three loud and enthusiastic Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. The house is very beautiful, very filled with God's pictures. Yeah, very, very nice. So rare to have houses filled with these pictures these days. And so rare to have the doors open for so many to come and do satsangs, isn't it? As Kali Yuga is progressing, people just open the door and the guest stands outside. They don't even ask, please come inside. It's becoming like that day after day. And in gated communities, the tendency is more. It should be the opposite other way around. But unfortunately, that is Kali Yuga. Anyway, so very grateful, Prabhuji, that you opened your doors and your heart for all of us to come in and do the satsang. In the month of Kartik, there is a very auspicious activity to do. Is to organize satsangs in your house. You know, earlier what we used to do in our old satsang, which is there, 30 days we used to have satsangs. 30 days, all day, every single day, one house. We'll go and we'll do kirtan and we'll do small katha, not a big class, half an hour class, and then have simple prasadam and disperse. And we used to do Damodar Ashtak. Right? Today also we are going to do that. I got the lamps, everything is ready. So we'll do the Damodar Ashtakam. And Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Prabhuji has not come today? He's coming? Hare Krishna. Yes. Oh, Hare Krishna. Block 4, Hare Krishna. Please, thank you. Thank you for coming, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So today's time, we will divide in two parts. First 1 hour, we'll discuss Bhagavad Gita. And then next half an hour or 40 minutes, we'll discuss about Kartik month. What is the glories of Kartik month? So the remaining 28, 30 days, which are there, I think 27 days that are there, as per the Gaudiya Vaishnava Kartik, then it continues the Sri Vaishnava Kartik for another certain duration. We can utilize this time for more spiritual progress. So we know the glories of this month. So many festivals will come now during this month. So we'll also understand what those festivals are. Right? So we are in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We finished 3.10. Last week we finished 3.10. In 3.10, I'll read the translation so we remember what was discussed. So Lord Krishna now is going to speak about duty as karma as a duty, right? Karma as a duty. So here he speaks in the translation 3.10. In the beginning of creation, the Lord of all creatures sent forth generations of men and demigods along with sacrifices for Vishnu and blessed them by saying, "Be thou happy by this yajna, because its performance will bestow upon you everything desirable for living happily and achieving liberation." So, Prabhupada and Mataji, it's very important to understand why this material world is created. I think we discussed about it in the past, but briefly I will tell you again. This material world is not a place where we should settle down. This material world is a training center. We all get trained to go to the spiritual world. Our real home is spiritual world, not this material world. Adhyatmika Loka is our real home. This is Bhautika Loka, right? Where we are all getting trained. Now, what are we getting trained for is very important to know, right? We might feel, probably I'm okay. What is there for me? Why should I get trained? What should I get trained, right? We are getting trained to live in the spiritual world. And what are the qualities of the spiritual world? The qualities of spiritual world is everybody loves everybody. Everybody respects everybody. Everybody wants to encourage everybody, right? For example, in the middle of the spiritual world, there is Radha and Krishna, which is Goloka Vrindavan. And in that, Radharani is always serving Krishna. And Radharani is more happy serving Krishna than Krishna receiving that service from Radharani. It's inconceivable that somebody is serving somebody and the person who is serving is having more happiness than the person who is being served. And all the other gopis and gopikas and manjaris and all the other Brajavasis are helping Radharani serve Krishna. And Radharani is busy trying to bring gopikas and gopas in front of Krishna, saying that Krishna, you see her, she is doing better service than me. So everybody is competing to bring each other in the front of God. And by the way, in the spiritual world, Krishna is not God. Krishna is like another Gopa. People beat him up, people even shout at him, people even do everything, right? So that is what Krishna likes to be. God is not God in his actual home, right? But when he comes to Vaikuntha, he becomes Aishwarya Bhav. He takes that Aishwarya and says, I am God. And I am going to run this whole universe. And I am going to expand into 3 different Vishnus, Mahavishnu or Karanadakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Kshirodakshay Vishnu. So the whole nature of Krishna changes as he comes out to run the operations. But in the spiritual world, he is just that naughty boy, stealing butter, stealing clothes, fighting with his friends, having jolly good time like that. So we in the material world are sent for a correction, meaning we have somewhere lost that Hare Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna. Yeah, somewhere we have lost that love for each other. We are very self-centric here in the material world. You may not accept it or not, but if you deeply meditate, we are very envious of God also. That is the realization you'll get when you chant a lot. If you start chanting 16 rounds every day, I can guarantee tell you, after 6 months, you will realize how envious you are of Krishna also. Right? I mean, you want to be the God in this world. That is the whole point. Material world, everybody wants to be God. But in the spiritual world, there is only one God, Krishna. And everybody is happy for him being the center of attraction. But in the material world, everybody wants to be God. Everybody wants to have that special balcony. Everybody wants to have that special flat. Everybody wants to have the special whatever, right? I am the center of the world, like that. So that because of that feeling, we cannot enter spiritual world. So when we do service, when we do seva together, that feeling is removed. Right? See, when we are serving in the temple, do we feel that I am doing better service than anybody else? Unfortunately, some people are still feeling, but that should not be the case, right? When we are serving, we are like all garland. We are making a garland. Each one of us is a flower, right? And the thread is Krishna. Together we make a garland, and it looks beautiful when it's a garland, isn't it? See, Krishna likes beautiful songs, and the song is backed up by music, and music is filled with so many instruments. Together in symphony, it sounds so good, isn't it? But if somebody is only doing tabla, somebody is not willing to do flute with it, somebody is not willing to do piano with it, it's not going to work like that. So in the spiritual world, when we all know how to become a good harmonized community, then we enter the spiritual world. The spiritual world is like that. Vaikuntha. Vai means no, and Kuntha means chinta or anxiety. No anxiety. A place with no anxiety is called Vaikuntha. Right? So here in this verse, Lord Krishna is speaking about Karma Yoga, and he's saying that when he created this material world, he gave all of us a nature. A Kshatriya nature, a Brahmana nature, a Vaishya nature, a Shudra nature. And there is nothing superior or inferior in these natures. All these 4 natures are needed. Like in the house, we also need a father. We also need a mother. We also need a wife. Right? We also need a husband. We also need a child. Just imagine if all the people in the house are behaving like child, what will happen? Circus. It will become like a circus in the house, isn't it? And if everybody is behaving like a father, nobody will enter the home only. They'll run away. Isn't it? You need a mother also. Mother will be like, okay, come inside. His mood is not good. I'll tell him, you come inside. Mother adjusts everything in the house. And everybody is like mother, then also it's a problem. Nothing will happen. Right? So there needs to be administrator also. There needs to be a husband also. There needs to be a wife also. In the same way, Chatur Varnam Maya Shreshtam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Krishna has created 4 Varnas for the house to function properly. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And he has told what are the best activities these 4 people can do. And according to that, if we continue our life, we'll be happy. We should know our Varna. Right? Most important thing, we should know our Varna. And then according to that Varna, we should perform those activities. We discussed about this on length. Right? Even in the company, when you have Brahmanical Varna, you can't be doing sales. Right? When you have Kshatriya Varna, you can't be doing coding. So there are so many things, that the whole world is suffering today because we don't know our Varna. Right? And knowing Varna is one thing. And next, Lord Krishna, what he did, he said, this whole material world, I have given everything for you to exist. Everything Krishna has given. We don't need to manufacture anything. We don't need a factory actually. Factories are not needed. Everything Krishna has already given. If you have 1 acre of land, you get vegetables, you get nice rains. If the devatas are happy, they'll give nice rains. You get grains. You have a cow. The cow will give you nice milk, butter, ghee, right? And you can also make paneer. Anything, so many things you can make out of cow's milk. You can drink the cow urine if you have any medicinal problems, right? The house cow, and you can also burn the cow dung ash and beautifully, create more and more oxygen in the house and remove all the germs, right? This is the science. The science was there for how long? For billions of years, right? In the last 150 years, people think that science has taken birth. No, science was always there. In the Vedas, science is always there. Science means what? I have to prove it with an experiment. Everything in the scriptures can be proved with an experiment. Everything can be, right? Just that we never had that nature of proving like that. We just followed what our ancestors told. And everything has a way of functioning. Like we have to work with the nature. Now here, Lord Krishna is saying, be though happy by this yajna. He's saying, work with the devatas. Don't fiddle with the devatas. Isn't it? For example, when the sun rises, we all are supposed to rise. All the organs inside the body will rise. They also rise, you know that? Every organ in itself has its own consciousness. Right? You might say, how many souls are inside my body? Unlimited souls are there inside your body. But there is one soul which recognizes your entire body as one. There might be a soul here, there is a soul here. The soul here doesn't know that this soul exists. But there is one soul which recognizes the entire body as one. You understanding? It's a very complicated architecture. But everybody is peaceful in doing what they're doing. Every organ also has its own soul. And it has many, many souls inside. It's a big university of souls through which we are made. Right? Now, have you heard of multiple organ failure? What happens? One organ fails, all the organs fail. No science can explain why multiple organ failure happens. No science can explain. But Vedas very clearly explain, when the organ sees death coming towards it, it will shut down. It will just temporarily shut down. You know what I'm saying? So if it is seeing that your brain has failed, immediately the heart will say, okay, I should also, before the danger comes to me, I will stop myself. Eventually, you'll stop the whole body and the entire body will die. Right? So everything is so nicely mechanized, and every organ needs a certain devata. Like even for the eyelids to function, there is a devata called Nimi. If Nimi goes on leave, we all will be like this only. It will not function. No eyelids. You know what I'm saying? So there are so many devatas for everything. Even for the fingers, for the hands, for the skin. For the skin also there is a devata. Right? For the hair there is a devata. So these all devatas, you have to work with these devatas. If you work with these devatas properly, honoring them, performing yajnas for their satisfaction, automatically you will live happily. Krishna is telling. So everybody is performing their karma. Devatas are performing their karma. We have to perform our karma. As simple as that. Right? But we should not go and ask devatas for more than what we deserve. See, that is where the problem starts. Right? If we eat one gulab jamun, that's okay. But if you have 10 gulab jamun, then there is a problem, isn't it? Yeah. So Devata will give you one gulab jamun every day. That's your quota. But you'll start praying to Devata. You'll keep that mantra, tantra, yajna, boom, boom, bush. Give me 10 gulab jamun. What will the Devata will do? Devata will say, okay, leke mar. Take this and die. Because that is what will happen when we eat more gulab jamun. Isn't it? It's not good for us. So Devatas actually don't want to give us more than the quota. But we go ahead and disturb them. We disturb them, and especially in Kali Yuga. You can see so many Devata pujas are happening today. Actually, Devata's puja doesn't need to be done. They need to be respected. All Devatas have to be respected. We don't need to do separate puja of the Devatas. But now somebody will come and tell, oh, you want this, you do this puja. You'll get that more, right? When you do that, what happens? The equilibrium gets disturbed. And you will get what you ask for. Along with that, you'll get reaction also, right? So Lord Krishna is telling, here in this verse is saying that let devatas do what they are doing. You do what you are supposed to do as yajna, and everybody will be satisfied. And what is the yajna? That all the devatas will be satisfied at once. Sankirtana yajna. When we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, all devatas are satisfied. Hare Krishna. So you can come in the front for this. Yeah. So all devatas are satisfied when you go ahead and yeah. So you don't have to do anything extra, right? So Karma Yoga means do your duty in accordance with the nature. See, we used to work so much in line with nature that we would use the nature according to how nature gives us, rather than trying to pull more whenever we want. Like there is a time of a year when no marriages happen, right? No marriages happen. What is the time of the year? Huh? During the yes, right after the rainy season, right? There is a time of a year when the marriages don't happen. Why they don't happen? Because when the marriage happens, what all you need lot of plates, right? To eat. You need lot of decoration, right? You need lot of flowers. You need lot of leaves. You need lot of food. So many things are needed. But at a time of a nature when all the plants are just growing, all the seeds are sprouting, the leaves are just starting. At that time, if you do marriage, what will happen? You'll destroy the whole nature, isn't it? You'll start plucking things when they're not supposed to be plucked, isn't it? So that is how the seasons are designed. See how great our Sanatana Dharma is. We exactly do things when we are supposed to do it, and we are not supposed to do, we'll not do. But what happened with the introduction of plastic and factories? Now you can do marriage any time of the year, right? And what about other religions who have no connection with the nature, so-called human-created religions? They will do anything they want to do any time of the year. But we are not like that. For us, tithi, for us, there is a calendar, and all the calendars work according to certain muhurtas, right? All those things are checked before we do anything. We do everything according to the nature when it is going to give us, right? All the Rishi Munis, at a certain time during the rainy season, they don't travel. If you see during the Chaturmas time, a lot of sannyasis don't travel. They stay, in their ashram. They don't go out, right? Because that is the season when it's difficult to travel. The nature is not very conducive during that particular time, and they also maintain a certain diet. Of course, we don't follow Chaturmas. If somebody wants to follow, can follow, nothing like it. We don't drink milk for a certain month. We don't eat urad dal for a certain month. We don't eat leafy vegetables for a certain month, right? So if you do that as per Ayurveda, you'll not get any disease. You'll not get any disease. Just do that for 4 months in a year, and your body is perfectly situated. Every 15 days we do Ekadashi. We don't eat grains, right? That also solves a lot of problems. So when you work with the nature, everything is good, and you can happily live in this material world also. Lord Krishna is not saying that you can't live in the material world. You can live, provided you follow your varna. Your varna is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya. First, understand that. According to do that, do your duty. Second, understand that the devatas are all providing you things. Utilize them how much is needed, and utilize them at the right time. And perform yajnas. Yajna means what? Yajna means, of course, fire sacrifice is also called a yajna, where we pour pure ghee, and then we leave the good, very nice ingredients into the ghee. So ghee actually is the via medium through which your offering will go to the devatas, provided it is a pure desi cow ghee, which costs nothing less than 5,000 rupees a kg today. Nothing less than that, right? If you are buying anything in the puja shop for 300 rupees half kg or whatever, that will not go to devatas. That will only become ash. Okay, because that is not the way it works. Pure ghee means it has to be pure. It has to be hand churned, not in the machine, right? So it's very important. I'm telling this detail because you all should know that there is a transportation mechanism for our offerings. When we say swaha, swaha, swaha means take, Where will it go if it is not the right transportation mechanism? Isn't it? So the pure ghee is very, very important for yajna. Like that. And the brahmana should be very, very pure. Brahmana should not come and sit down and say, sir, coffee is tara, tantara start chestanu. That kind of brahmana is useless. Brahmana means person who has willingness to do austerity. Meaning he'll not eat anything. He will stay upavas until the yajna happens. Minimum. And his consciousness should be very, very good in serving consciousness. Today, unfortunately, not many brahmanas have that. Not many are trained like that. Right? Wrong person in the wrong place. Kshatriya has become a brahmana. Or a Vaishya, a businessman, has become a brahmana. Isn't it? So that is the problem. So because of this, the whole society is suffering. So we need the right brahmanas, the right yajna, paraphernalia, and we need the right consciousness. When we do that, our offerings go to the devatas. Do you think all these three things are possible? How many think these things are possible? Getting the right brahmana, big challenge. Getting the right ghee, impossible. Right consciousness doesn't exist. So what yajna will we do? Instead of that, do Sankirtan yajna. Instead of trying to do something which is not possible in this Kali Yuga, do Sankirtan yajna. Sankirtan yajna means sit down as a family, all husband, wife, children, and do Hare Krishna mantra. For 1 hour do it. No, that is bigger yajna. Because all the devatas will be satisfied at once. I am not saying it, or neither is my presentation saying it. It is actually mentioned in the Vedas itself. That chanting the names of Krishna is the most essential and the most powerful yajna in the age of Kali Yuga. We are in Kali Yuga right now. Right? So we should always chant. In this time of Kartik month, it's even bumper time. 1 round is equal to 100 rounds. Like that. So we do more and more number of rounds and cleanse our consciousness. Right? So in order to live in the material world, we have to follow this protocol. Otherwise we'll suffer. Unfortunately. As it is, material world is a place of suffering. Dukkhalaya ashashvata is a definition of material world. This is a place where dukkha is found. Not sukha. Dukkha. No matter what you make. If somebody says, 3-bedroom flat is not enough, I will join that flat also. Still you will cry in the house. Still husband and wife will fight like cats and dogs. Still, everybody will have problems with each other. You will never be happy. Happiness cannot be found in the material world without Krishna. The world is suffering today because there is no God. Godless civilization means animal civilization. As simple as that. There cannot be happiness. Have you seen street dogs nicely loving each other? What do street dogs do? Oh. All the time shouting at each other, isn't it? One dog will shout, another dog will shout. This dog will run, behind another dog will run. That's what happens. That is called animal civilization. Whereas human beings, if they are keeping Krishna in the center, if they are keeping God in the center, they'll be happy. Otherwise, there is no means to find happiness. If we go and buy 72-inch plasma TV, will it increase happiness in the house? It will increase more fights. I want to see serial, I want to see something else. So many problems will start. He's laughing. Hare Krishna. Yeah, now we'll go to the next shloka. Let's see what Lord Krishna is explaining. 3.11. Please repeat after me. Devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantuva parasparam bhavayanta Shreya param avapshyata. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Repeat after me. The demigods, being pleased by sacrifices, will also please you. And thus, by cooperation between men and demigods, prosperity will reign for all. Yes. So very clearly Lord Krishna is telling, we and devatas have to cooperate. And then there will be happiness. Let's read the purport. Please focus. The demigods are empowered administrators of material affairs. Right? The demigods are empowered administrators of material affairs. The supply of air, light, water, and all other benedictions for maintaining the body and soul of every living entity is entrusted to the demigods, who are innumerable assistants in different parts of the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Their pleasures and displeasures are dependent on the performance of yajnas by the human being. Please make a note of this statement. Their pleasures, whose pleasures? Demigods. Their pleasures and displeasures are dependent on the performance of yajnas by the human beings. Some of the yajnas are meant to satisfy particular demigods, but even in so doing, Lord Vishnu is worshipped in all yajnas as the chief beneficiary. How do we end a yajna? Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Without saying that, we don't end any yajna. So even though there are yajnas specific for the devatas, still we at the end we give everything to Krishna. Yes. Sarvam Narayana Samarpayami. You also say that, right? Like that. Yeah. So Lord Vishnu, yeah. So it is also stated in the Bhagavad Gita that Krishna himself is the beneficiary of all kinds of yajnas. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam. Therefore, ultimate satisfaction of Yajnapati is the chief purpose of all yajnas. When these yajnas are perfectly performed, naturally the demigods in charge of different departments of supply are pleased, and there is no sacrifice in the supply of natural products. Performance of yajnas has many side effects, ultimately leading to liberation from material bondage. By performance of yajnas, all activities become purified. As it is stated in the Vedas, Ahara Shuddhav, Sattva Shuddhi, Sattva Shuddhav, Dhruva Smriti, Smriti Labdhe, Sarva Gatina, Gatitanam, Vipramoksha. By the performance yajnas, one's eatable becomes sanctified, and by the eating sanctified foodstuffs, one's very existence becomes purified. By the purification of existence, finer tissues in the memory becomes satiated, and when the memory is sanctified, sorry, not satiated, becomes sanctified, and when the memory is sanctified, one can think of the path of liberation, and all this combined together lead to Krishna consciousness, the great necessity of present day society. So Prabhupada Mataji is very beautifully, Prabhupada is explaining that how we can become spiritual, how one can become spiritual. The most important first step of our spiritual journey is what we are eating. Ahara is very, very important. What we eat is what we are. As simple as that. You can't say that, I'm eating things in Tamoguna and I'm God conscious. It is not possible. It doesn't work like that. What you eat is what your consciousness is. If you're not feeling any pity when you're killing something, then how can you say that you are devotee of God? You cannot say that you're devotee of God. Because if you're devotee of God, you should be able to see God in everything. For that matter, Vaishnava means a person who's called Paradukha Dukhi. Means he can see pain of everybody and he can't tolerate pain of anybody. Even a plant, when he wants to pluck, he will think, should I pluck or should I not pluck? During the Vanvas time, one Sahadev became very angry of the injustice that was done. And the Pandavas were in the forest, and Sahadev went and he started chopping off the trees left, right, and center. With that anger, he could not do anything. So he took that, axe and he started chopping off the trees. Immediately, Yudhishthir came and told, "Hey, Sahadev, what are you doing? You can't do this. They are all living entities. They're all devotees of Krishna. They're all having a plant body. Doesn't mean that you can, no, I'm feeling very angry." I said, whatever anger it is, sit down and meditate and close that anger. You can't just go and harm even plants and trees, right? What to speak of other living beings. So even a vegetarian should not feel that he is a vegetarian so he can pluck any plant and eat. No, it's not like that. Even a vegetarian means you should only take how much is needed. And if you should not waste even a single leaf when you're buying it from outside, when you're making it also. 5 kothmir katta lekar aaye, 4 use kiya, 1 pick diya. No, even the dhania plant has life in it. It has been plucked for a purpose. Jivo jivasya jivanam. Meaning, in order to live, in order to maintain this body, I'm using the vegetarian food. Doesn't mean that, I can do anything because, no, it also has life. Right? And what is Krishna telling? And furthermore in the chapter, he'll tell, you offer that to me before you eat. You offer that to me. If you don't offer it to me, then you are stealing. Indirectly you are stealing what is given. Without my permission, you're taking it and you'll get sin. So don't think that if somebody is eating vegetarian, he will become sinless. No. Anything you eat without offering to Krishna, if you eat, immediately you are accumulating sin. As simple as that. What to speak of non-vegetarian or vegetarian? Non-vegetarian, of course, is even more, because those entities are more conscious as compared to plants. They feel more pain as compared to plants. But still it is an offense if you don't offer it to Krishna. Plants also. You should not. Everything you should offer it to Krishna in honor. That's the protocol. And that's how our society has been. If you see, even now, Prabhupada and Matajis, knowingly or unknowingly, even these little bandiwalas, first thing that they make in the morning, first idli, what do you think they'll do? They'll keep in a plate, they'll offer it to the photograph there and leave it to crows. These days, there are no crows in the society, so it's a different thing. But they leave it there, and some bird will come and eat a little. See that consciousness, it is there. It is there since the beginning, but we are forgetting that. Right? As and when if people are becoming more modern, more scientific, they're forgetting the gratitude aspect, that we should offer it to Krishna before we eat, like that. We should also teach our children. It begins in our house, right? The change that we want to see. How many of us do prayers before we eat? Yeah? Yes, we should teach our children what to pray. Like, somebody was asking me to send that. You were asking me, right, Mother? Yeah, I forgot that. Please remind me again. I'll send it to you. So it's a very simple prayer. Mahaprashade Govinde, Nama Brahmane Vaishnave, Swalpa Punya Vratan Rajan, Visvaso Naiva Jayate, Shariraha Vidyajal. This Sharira is very difficult to maintain. Jidendriya Trayakal, the tongue is very attractive to food. Kya karu? Sab khana hai. Everything you want to eat. Jive phele vishay sagare, tara matya jive aiti, lobo maye sudurmati, take jeta katina samsare, Krishna bada daya maye. Kori vare jivha jai. Krishna bada daya maye. Krishna is very, very merciful. Kori vare jivha jai. He is giving me something to attract my tongue. What is that? Prashada. By eating that, I am able to control my tongue. Hey Krishna, I am very grateful. You are controlling my tongue. And when my tongue is controlled, my belly is controlled, my genitals are controlled, and automatically I lead a controlled life. Right? I lead a perfectly peaceful life. So everything is related to our food. So our spiritual journey starts by controlling what we eat. It's very much needed. Right? For that matter, your treatment in hospital also starts by starting what you should eat. Isn't it? When you are unwell, doesn't the doctor say, don't eat this, don't eat that? He says, right? Do you argue with the doctor? Huh? What has food got to do with medicine? You give your medicine like that. You don't say that, right? Like my father, when he became diabetic, so he went to this doctor, and the doctor told him, sir, you should not eat sugar, you should not eat gulab jamun, you should not eat this, you should not eat that, you should not eat this, you should not eat that. My father got irritated. He said, I know all that. Why do you think I came to you? You give me medicine so I can eat all that. But that's not the way, right? That's not the way. The doctor, hey, what is this you are speaking? I can't speak like that. You're not supposed to eat something. Otherwise, you'll fall sick. You'll increase the disease. You're supposed to stop some things like that. So, even in spirituality, you have to stop some things to see transformation in your consciousness. You can't say that I'm eating everything the same and my consciousness, I should become Krishna conscious. It will not work like that. Very clearly it is mentioned. Ahara Shuddha, Sattva Shuddhi, Sattva Shuddhau, Dhruva Smriti. Determination will increase. Dhruva means determination. Smriti Labde Sarva Gatinam Vipra Moksha. So you have to cleanse your consciousness. Right? So here what is he saying? When you eat right things, your tissues will become stronger. Your memory will become stronger. Your understanding will become stronger. Viveka Buddhi will increase. Viveka means power to differentiate will increase. What is good, what is bad. You can clearly see. Now also we know this is bad. Still we go and do it, isn't it? How many think that drinking Coca-Cola, Pepsi is dangerous for health? Yeah, still we'll end up drinking it because that Viveka Buddhi is not strong, right? That the determination is not strong, isn't it? How many know that Lay's chips will 100% give you cancer? You don't know? You better know. So 100% it will give you cancer. So you have to stop eating that Lay's chips. But when our children comes and says, Nana, I want to eat chips. Pora tinu, what love? Itne chips se cancer thodi aata hai, big deal. Whole world has stopped, but we will not stop because our Viveka Buddhi is not strong. See, we all are intelligent. But to implement that intelligence, we need determination. For the determination, we need good spiritual strength, and we also need association. Right? We need a good sangha of devotees. Then we can bring a lot of changes. So sangha is very important. At the same time, spiritual determination is very important. This is not good for me. I will not do it. I know one Mataji. Her name is Prashanti Mataji, and she is so particular about what her family should eat. I am simply amazed. Like the way she maintains her husband and her both children, both girl and boy. Girl and boy are more than, I think, 14-year-old now. She is like, in the morning she'll give particular juice to the whole family, afternoon full lunch, then evening some fruits, then late in the night some buttermilk. She will make sure that is the schedule everybody in the house maintains. And if you look at their family now, you'll be shocked. Is the son more younger or the father more younger? Everybody is so young to see. Mahesh Prabhu, right? Mahesh Prabhu. Yeah. Can you believe he is 45 years old? 45. You won't even know. You'll think that he's just now come out from college. Okay, wife is also like that, and their father is also like that only. That Mahesh Prabhu's father. I look more older than his grandfather. That is the situation. Because the woman of the house is a doctor. Actually, your kitchen is a hospital. That is not hospital. What do you call that? Dispensary or medicinal place. Pharmacy. Yes, that kitchen is a very, very important place. If the woman there is becoming more greedy to tongue, whole family will die. Simple. But if the woman determines, I want to keep my family healthy, everybody will become healthy. It is so important to have the right person inside, right? And the right consciousness inside. And when they're cooking also, very nice consciousness, oh, my husband is coming, he will eat this, he'll feel happy, let me make it nicely. That consciousness makes the husband actually feel nice when he eats. Otherwise, if she's like, that fellow will come, he'll come and he'll get loose motions. Because the body will not digest it. You know what I'm saying? So conscience is very, very important. How you are cooking, what you are cooking. You understand Telugu, bro? Yeah. So very, very important. So when you order from Swiggy, Zomato, what do you think will come in? Immediately, this bathroom, all 3 bathrooms occupied. Because what that fellow made is without any consciousness. Isn't it? You'll get diseases. Right? So many problems will come. So the Ahara Shuddhi is very, very important. And then our memory will become very stronger. In order to increase your memory, you need to drink pure cow milk. Pure cow milk. And you should drink it fresh. You should heat it up and have it. Best thing is you should have a cow in your house. Directly milk and immediately drink. All problems will be solved. Right? So it's very, I'm telling you, if you drink buffalo milk, you'll become like this only. Babu, Amma. Buffalo consciousness. Buffalo always hear third time. Right? But cow is immediately go and shout in the farmer. Yashoda, immediately. Wow. Immediately she'll look at you. Means the consciousness of the being, what she's giving really matters. What to speak of goat milk? These days people are manufacturing milk from everything. Camel milk also they're selling. Right? What is that? Badam milk and some, I don't know, milk, soya milk. Milk will come out of everything. Squeeze this furniture also, milk will come. We will become like that furniture. Point is what to drink, how much to drink, when to drink. It really, really matters. This is called intelligence. Our ancestors invested more on food. Quality food is the most important thing. See, I can easily tell most of you are earning at least more than 1 lakh. How much you are spending for food, you tell me? You should spend 80,000 rupees for food. 80% of income spent for good food. You will never use even 1 rupee for Apollo or Care. You will never use. Whereas if you try to squeeze that thing and try to bring it 20,000 rupees for food, then 80,000 rupees nahi. You will take loan another 20,000 and spend in a hospital. That is what is happening today. None of us are thinking how important is food, where my vegetables are coming from, right? Instead of buying another flat, another my home property, one property you have enough. Go buy small land, little far away, small plot, not 50 years, 50. I'm not giving property solution. I'm trying to tell you what is important, right? Simple 50 square yards land is enough. Put some dhania, put some palak, put some vegetables. grow your own vegetables. You will save so many problems in your house just by getting your own vegetables. Vijeta vegetables, you think they are healthy vegetables? At the Raitu market that you're getting, who do you think is making those vegetables? The other day I saw that video. I posted a LinkedIn also. That horrible video where the whole sabzi is completely gone, dead sabzi, right? That leafy vegetable, completely dead. I don't know what it did. He kept some chemical, he put it in the water like this. It just became as if it just was plucked. Can you imagine what we are eating outside? Very important, right? Consciousness. So spiritual life means simple living, high thinking. What is that? Simple living, high thinking. We should know where to invest our money. Clothes should be good. It should cover the body nicely. People should look at you respectfully. Like that clothes should be. Clothes should not be that, so you're walking and somebody's like, you are disturbed by looking at somebody. When they are walking, if you are getting disturbed means, then that person is not wearing right clothes, right? She's creating or he is creating disturbance around the whole society. Very, very dangerous. See, laws of karma are so strong, right? Everything we get a reaction. Devatas are all, everything is getting recorded. Everything is getting recorded. Don't think nothing is getting unrecorded. I'm not scaring you all, but I'm telling you the truth. I don't know how many of you have attended the SSR sessions they conduct before the Bhagavad Gita, right? There is a session on karma. If you hear that, then you'll understand how dangerous and how strong karma is. Prabhuji and Matajis, with our actions, if we agitate one person, our next life will be ruined. I'm telling you. Just with our action, just with what we wear, how we talk, we agitate somebody else, it will immediately affect you, right? Like, there is a woman, she is wearing things in such a way that she is disturbing some other person. Nicely married man, he is very happy with his wife. Looking at her, he got, attracted because the way she wears things. And he is now not happy with his wife. He starts getting into arguments, and some problem starts in their married life. What do you think this woman will get in next life or this life? She'll get divorced. Karma will not leave. If you are affecting somebody else, your life is gone. Right? What to speak of actresses and actors who are standing in posters exposing badly? What do you think will happen to them? They all will become trees. Have you seen a tree like this, like Shahrukh Khan? See that, right? Right? All these trees are what? I want to show my body. Show your body. Krishna says, body chubettu. Stand like a tree. All these trees. You get effect. Karma doesn't stop you. Right? So respectfully getting dressed, respectfully eating, respectfully behaving, everything matters in karma. Everything is getting calculated. Every little thing is getting calculated. Right? So, in order to lead a good, happy life, we need to have a good, clean lifestyle. It's not easy on the day one. I'm saying it's not easy. In Kali Yuga, it's very difficult to maintain clean life. It's very difficult. Yeah. But what we can do, at least inside the four doors of the house, we can try to lead a clean life. At least. Right? And implement one by one thing. One by one thing. I'll wherever I go, I'll behave respectfully. I will dress respectfully. How should I dress in the house? How should I dress in the house? I should be able to open the door anytime. If somebody comes and rings the bell, I should simply go and open the door and say Namaste. I should not wear such a way that somebody rings the bell, immediately four people jump into the four rooms. Okay, I'll open it now. That should not happen. Respectful inside, respectful outside. Everything should be in a very, very respectful way. Isn't it? Okay. So Krishna consciousness is very much possible when we lead a respectful life towards what we eat and how we live. Now Krishna is going one more level. I think we discussed most of this. Yes. Yeah. 3.12. Please repeat after me. Ishtan bhogan hi vodeva dashyante yajna bhavita tair dattan apradhayaivo yo bhunkte sthena evasa yo bhunkte sthena evasa. Okay, please repeat the translation after me. In charge of the various necessities of life, the demigods, being satisfied by the performance of yajna, will supply all necessities to you. But he who enjoys such gifts without offering them to the demigods in return is certainly a thief. Right now, Krishna has created this world. He has created the material world. He has created the devatas to supply everything. But don't think this all comes free. We all create debt every single day. We think we have home loan. We have sun loan also, moon loan also. We have water loan also. We have Varuna loan also. There are so many loans that we are creating every day. We have to give offerings to them. We have to thank the devatas by performing yajnas. Now, how many devatas will you satisfy? Tell me. How many devatas are? Mukkoti devatas are there. And all the devatas are giving you things for you to live a peaceful life. But how many devatas can you satisfy? It's not possible, isn't it? How many will you calculate? You can't calculate. That is the reason Krishna at the end of all this says, instead of trying to satisfy so many devatas, just satisfy Vishnu. Just satisfy Narayan. And all the devatas will automatically be satisfied. See, actually, proper education is, oh, you already got the prashad. Very well. Thank you, Prabhu. See, our understanding of devatas is not properly given. That is a problem, actually. A lot of people think that devatas and Bhagavan are same, or devatas and Bhagavan are different. Both the understandings are wrong. Devatas are all reporting to Bhagavan. Reporting means they're all serving Bhagavan, right? And devatas can never become Bhagavan. The word Bhagavan should not be used for any devata. It should never be used. It can be used for a great devotee of Bhagavan. Sometimes in scriptures, great devotees are called as Bhagavan. But otherwise, Bhagavan means the one who has all six opulences. Right? The most beautiful, the most wealthiest, the most strongest, the most renunciate, the most knowledgeable. All the opulences only Krishna has. No other devata. That's why he very boldly says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham sarvasva prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samartha. He says, I am the source of all material and spiritual worlds. And he also says very boldly that all the devatas come from me. And all the devatas report to me. Very clearly speaks. But problem is in India, we have not been properly educated. That is the reason half-cooked knowledge is there. Half-cooked knowledge is very dangerous. I'll ask you a question. In Ramayana, you all know this episode very nice. When Lord Rama wants to cross the ocean, the Varuna Devata doesn't appear for 3 days. Then Rama gets angry and he removes a bana and he wants to dry the ocean. Now my question to you all, if Rama is the Supreme Lord, how come the Varuna is not listening to him? Has anybody asked this question? How come the sea god did not listen to him? There should be some logical thing, right? If all the devatas are reporting to God, if Bhagavan is saying I have to cross the ocean, why he has to wait 3 days? What understanding we have been given? Tell me. By Ramanand Sagar serial or by any of the other Balaji telefilms? Rama is in a human form. He is God, but he is playing the role of a human. Yeah, but everybody knows who is Rama. They know. Devatas know who is Rama. Then how come they are not following? Does it mean that somebody told a funny answer that Varuna Devata was busy? What busy? He is supposed to serve Rama. What busy are we talking about? No busy. So somebody is saying he was sleeping. Sleeping for 3 days, he got disturbed, like that. People give different reasons, but nobody explained the right bhava. All the devatas, Prabhupada and Matajis, understand, keep it very clear in your mind. All devatas are happy serving the Supreme Lord. What are they? They are happy serving the Supreme Lord. So what exactly happened here? I'll tell you you know the answer? Huh? Why didn't he allow? Why didn't he allow Rama to cross the ocean in the first day itself? He wasted 3 days. So I'll tell you how many want to know the answer? Okay, I'll tell the answer. Very simple. Always remember, Devatas always serve the Supreme Lord. They don't like to be served. They don't like to be served by the Supreme Lord. They only want to serve Krishna, serve Rama. They don't want Rama to serve you. So Vibhishan, when he came and he joined Rama's army, right? It's a big episode of what happened. You all know that Vibhishan came and all the Vanaras objected. Then Rama told, okay, you give your opinion. Everybody gave opinion that no, we will not accept Vibhishan. Then Lord Rama said, he asked Hanumanji. Hanumanji finally told, no. He has come to you. Hey Ram, how can you not give shelter to somebody who has come to you? Right? And Ram immediately gave the example that when thorns are going to Lord Rama's feet, he doesn't even remove the thorns. He walks with those thorns because the thorns have taken shelter of his feet. That is the love of Ram. You know, even the thorns. Sita is saying, remove those thorns. Red is coming. No, the thorns have taken shelter of my feet. How can I remove thorns? Such a person is Rama. So when Vibhishan comes to me, he says, anybody who comes to me, sincerely says Rama, I'll immediately take him back to Ayodhya. The spiritual world Ayodhya, I'll take him. So merciful is Rama. So Vibhishan finally he joins the army. Then the whole strategic planning starts. How to go to Lanka. So there is this huge ocean. How to go to Lanka. Then Vibhishan gives the idea that I think we should ask Lord Ram to take permission from Varuna Devata so we can cross the ocean. Like that Vibhishan says. Immediately Lord Ram hears that. He says, okay, I will do yajna. I will perform my puja to ask permission from Varuna Dev to cross the ocean. Now Varuna Dev becomes very tense. What is going on? My Supreme Lord, he should order me. He says, hey Varuna, come, move, I am going. I'll immediately move. Yes, that's so sweet. I'll do that. But what is he doing? He is doing puja for me. This is not acceptable. I will not accept his puja. I will frustrate him so much that he'll order me one day. So for 3 days he frustrates Lord Rama. He just keeps calm. He knows he's going to be beaten up. But Devata accepts being chastised than being prayed. That is Devata. So 3 days he keeps calm. You know that. He knows Ram is going to shout. He knows that Ram is getting angry also. But still, let my Lord become angry on me than coming and asking me. I should do what I am asked to do. After 3 days, the Lord Rama picks that immediately. Yes, sir. Hato yahan se, remove the whole thing. I'll burn you. No. I'm ready. You put anything inside, it will float. No problem. Like that. So you see the connection between Devatas and Bhagavan here? Nowhere in any Purana, any Devata will go against Bhagavan. Some exceptional cases are Indra. In some cases, Brahma. They get a little puffed up. And that also is a pastime. Is more of a leela to teach all of us a lesson. That even a Devata can become egoistic, can forget the greatness of God. Otherwise, no Devata will go against God. Like Prakriti. Who is Prakriti? Durga. Right? Durga, what is Lord Krishna saying? Prakrite kriyamanani. No, not that one. Maya adhyakshena prakriti suyate sachuracharam. Etuna nena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. He's saying that Prakriti is functioning according to my order. Durga is functioning according to my order. There is no discussion there. Durga will not come and no. I think I'll ask my husband, Lord Shiva, who are you to tell me? No discussion here. Everybody is functioning according to what Lord Narayan says. Are you all following me? All Devatas. Problem is, we have not been educated like that since our childhood. Our education is all depending on that TV, right? Or those magazines, Swati magazines on the bus stands. Somebody will write an article, will read that and think that is Shastra. No. Shastra has to be learned. We all have to be educated. For example, none of us used to worship Devatas in the house. There is no Devata worship in the house. Vaishnavas means Vishnu and Guru Parampara. That's all. There is no Devata worship in the house. Outside you can have temples. But the temples are specific to certain days. Does it mean we are disrespecting Devatas? No, we are not disrespecting Devatas. We are not actually making them uncomfortable. On Ganesh Chaturthi, when you keep Ganeshji there and you do breakdance, you think he'll be happy? He'll not be happy. He'll be like, what nonsense you are doing, Instead, if you worship Lord Shiva, he'll be very happy. My father is being worshipped. If you worship Lord Krishna, he'll be even more happy. So Devatas don't want exclusive festivals, but we create the exclusive festivals. So there is nothing wrong doing Ganesh Chaturthi, but on Ganesh Chaturthi, what we should do, we should know. How to please Lord Ganesha by reading Bhagavad Gita. Huh? What Bhagavad Gita has got to do with Ganesha? Ganeshji wrote Bhagavad Gita. He is the one who took the pen and he transcribed the entire Bhagavad Gita for all of us. So if you read Bhagavad Gita, you'll be happy, isn't it? So on Ganesh Chaturthi day, what books you are supposed to keep beside Ganesh? Mathematics, science, zoology, geography. Chalta hai. Keep that knowledge there. But also keep Bhagavad Gita. Keep Bhagavatam. Right? Keep the Vedic scriptures. All the Vedas are written by Ganeshji. Greatest service he did. So we should also do that. Are you all following what I'm saying? Yeah. So here Lord Krishna is saying, in charge of various necessities of life, demigods, being satisfied the performance of yajna, will supply all necessities to you. But he who enjoys such gifts without offering them to the demigods in return is certainly a thief. So how many thieves are we seeing outside, inside? Almost everybody is a thief because we don't know how to offer. Isn't it? We are taking, buying, eating. But we are not offering back to demigods. See, the least we can do is a bhava should be right. When we are eating, thank you very much, for giving me what I am going to eat now. Without this, I cannot maintain my body. Gratitude is very much needed in everybody. Gratitude. Krutagnyata. In Telugu, we say Krutagnyata. Right? Before we eat anything, we should immediately thank. Immediately thank. Thank you. But did you produce it? Can we produce grain? We can't produce grain. Land has to produce grain. Can you produce water? You can't produce water. Right? So you can't produce anything. You can't produce air. You can't produce anything. Everything is being given by the nature. So all the devatas are giving. Mukkoti devatas, you should immediately thank. How to satisfy all the Mukkoti devatas? By worshipping Vishnu. I told that, right? By worshipping Vishnu. How else you can satisfy Mukkoti devatas? Who is that one person in whom all Mukkoti devatas are standing? Cows. Very simple. Go and feed a cow. All the Mukkoti devatas will be happy. Every part of the body, all Mukkoti devatas are there. Just go and feed some grass. Cow doesn't ask anything special. We need all fried, deep fried and all that. Cow doesn't need anything. Simple grass, you go and give it, cow will be very happy. Right? And she'll immediately bless you. How does she bless you? Immediately she'll give milk, cow urine, cow dung. The other day some families came for Go Puja, to the Goshala. And children these days are very, very irritated with cow dung and cow urine. They're like, cow dung urine, cow dung. I said, just sit down there, no problem. So then, they were doing the puja, and the cow became happy. As soon as cow became happy, what does she leave? Immediately cow dung. Lakshmi Devi, patak, it fell like this. Immediately killed. So like, what is this? Immediately that cow urine came. I took like this and threw it on all of them. Amma, no, what happened? The Brahmana was very happy. He said, Ganga, you thrown Ganga on the, that's Ganga, Ganges. All the holy rivers are there in that Gomutra. Just throw the Gomutra like this. And they're like, what happened? That is the consciousness today, right? But that's unfortunate. Actually, if they were telling, of course, I don't want to extend this topic, but this Corona time, you put that sanitizer. It's very dangerous. Sanitizer is what? It's a chemical. Put too much on your hand, what do you think will happen? It's skin diseases. You eat that in your food, it goes inside, you'll get so many Basvataratam admission you'll get. So I'm telling you, it's very dangerous. We are dealing with chemicals. Instead of that, have one cow urine bottle. Just one good. 3 drops and do like this. It's more than enough. But like cow urina. Urina. We have not been educated like that. Right? In olden days, I'm sure all of your villages also. What do you think they have to sprinkle around the house? Cow dung, cow urine only, isn't it? Everybody. When Krishna was taken away by Putana, when Putana took over Krishna, as soon as Krishna killed Putana, the demoness, big demon, immediately Yashoda brought Krishna. In Bhagavatam it is mentioned. You all have Bhagavatam texts, read it. What does she do as soon as she brings Krishna home? She bathes him with cow urine. She completely cleans him with cow dung. Laga ke cow dung. And then she puts water. We will do the reverse. We will do cow dung, okay, but uske baad Rexona soap laga ke bas pura, cow dung unnada, like that. Yeah, but unfortunately, We don't know what is pure now. We become so impure that we are rejecting the most pure. I'm telling you, all of you, take one cow dung, what kya bolte hain? Cake, cow dung cake, right? And burn it in your house every day. All your breathing problems will be gone in the house. All asthma problems, all, even mosquito problem will be gone. Lot of germs coming in, coronavirus, everything is gone just by burning. When the corona thing started, I remember, I used to get that big bags and I used to keep it near the supermarket. Vijay ke paas. That security guy was very, very, Raju Garu. He was very enthusiastic. Tell me, sir, bring more, bring more. And I used to see one person, he came, he took one big cover, he started putting 20, 30 inside. Hey, what is this fellow doing? Like, because I got for everybody. All you need is one. One is enough for 1 week, actually. Make it to pieces. Then from balcony asked, sir, what are you doing? No, I need it for my plants in balcony. I said, sir, plants and all you do. This is for different purpose I got it. But anyway, people took for some people objected also. So why are you keeping this here? All that, some secular Indians are still existing. So they have problem with cow dung also. So they started discussion on that. Telegram was suddenly got triggered on cow urine, cow dung. Then somebody advised me, I was writing answers to them saying that no, actually cow urine is very good. Suddenly one person replied to me saying, sir, don't deal with these idiots. Don't get in there. Don't answer. If you answer, you'll be triggered more. So then it's okay. Shut down. No speaking anymore. Anybody wants to take anything, they'll take. So what I'm trying to tell President Mataji is that God has given everything. Yes, Mataji, you want to say something? Yes. 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 Nowadays also they don't know why they do. They don't know why they do. That is a problem. Cow urine, cow dung. Just imagine how the devatas are satisfied. Devatas are satisfied by yajna. How do you send offerings to the devatas? Through cow ghee. If there are no cows, if there is no pure ghee, devatas are not satisfied. So when the devatas are not satisfied, you don't get good rain. You don't get good sun. You don't get good, agriculture. Then entire society suffers. See, everything is linked to a cow. Everything is linked to a cow. If cow is not there, then your entire Vedic scriptures, your offering to Krishna, everything it's a big problem in the society. And our whole Sanatan Dharma is to function around a cow. Entire Sanatan Dharma. Britishers saw that. They could not understand how to remove cow. How to remove cow from their lifestyle. Because their entire Sanatan Dharma, Yajnas, Tantra, Mudra, everything is connected to cow only. Everything is related to cow. Temples, everything is related to cow only. So how to remove cow? So they did a big research. And the research was done and properly. What did they do? They introduced tea and coffee. So tea and coffee tastes horrible with cow milk. I don't know if you tried that. You don't feel like drinking tea and coffee with cow milk. For that you need buffalo milk. The great buffalo milk. So they introduced buffaloes. So buffalo milk, then automatically cows went down. Then tractors were introduced, bulls went down. Everything went down one by one by one. So anyway, it's a different topic. But cow is very important for Devata worship, or for that matter, any worship. Because without that, even what you burn, it's actually cow dung cakes you're supposed to burn in yajna. What they do in the house, bringing that stick and all is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. You should not do that. Because it produces so much. If you sit right opposite and that, what do you call that, smoke is on your face, you'll be hospitalized. Because that stick will produce carbon dioxide when you burn it. But cow dung cake, when you burn it, it produces oxygen. It doesn't affect you anyway. In fact, your eyes, your mouth, your ears, everything will be cleansed. Everybody in the house, their entire, ENT operation will happen the moment you burn cow dung. But if you burn that stick, it's very dangerous. So see how beautiful Krishna has produced everything. Everything Krishna has given. You don't need to produce anything new. Just take it and honor it and thank the Devatas. You should thank the Devatas. So that is what here, the purport is also mentioning the same thing. That we should not use what the world is giving for sense gratification. We should not use it for sense gratification. Materialists think that they're producing, but they don't realize that the seed for the crop are not produced by them. They are coming from the precious crop. All raw material is being given to us to make anything. Everything is being given by Krishna only. Manure also Krishna is only giving. Right? Manure also cow is giving. Just see the technology of cow. Do you know that cow dung has some billions of germs. In this much cow dung, there is billions of germs. Billions of millions, I don't know, I read it somewhere. Whereas the same buffalo dung has not even 1/10,000% of the germs needed for agriculture. And the other dungs of other animals is useless. It's of no use. So just imagine by the cows going and grazing in a land. Why do you think they use bulls for agriculture? Anybody? What is the specialty of bulls? Because bulls don't urinate like other animals. Bulls urinate little while they walk. Right? When they take them on agriculture, when you're taking the bull across the field, it keeps urinating little at right times it does it. And it steps also, everything is very auspicious for the land. And the whole land will become very, very fertile with its cow dung. Just imagine, automatically you're putting cow dung also, cow urine also, and the bull knows where to put it also. That is how nice it is. And do you know that if you plow more than 2.5 inches of land, 2.5 inches, maximum 3 inches, your land is destroyed for the next 20 years. You should not plow more than 2.5 inches. This much is how much you should plow. Not more than that. Because all the insects and the germs that are there to make your land fertile are below that 2 inches. If you put the tractor thing and you pull that land, people think that I plow more, so it will become more fertile. No. You're only supposed to remove 2 inches. But they're removing like 8 inches. I see those big blades there, They're destroying the lands. That is why the crops are, the land is not giving many crops. The production is very less. Right? And everything Krishna has given, such a scientific way Krishna has given. That use cows, bull, how much do you think it will plow? You will keep that thing, you'll stand on that, and little it will go, and little much, this much it will go down. That's all. And it will plow the entire land. Yeah, you have a question? Yes. Yes, cow dung is the same for even bull. Yeah. Both are equally special. These days, see the unfortunate part. What is that? Today, cow dung is being exported after making into, what is that? To make that thing for agriculture, right? Forgot. Manure. There is a specific word for that. Compost. 1 kg compost is 240 rupees. This much compost is being exported outside. Right? In our own lands, we are putting fertilizers. There is no need for any fertilizer. Just have one cow, and that is enough for the agriculture. So that is how Krishna has designed everything. But for sense gratification, because of our greedy senses, we are destroying the whole planet. It is such a great science provision, Mataji. Just go back to the olden days, you all will become healthy. Yeah. So here I have written. Yeah. Living equably or harmonious by distributing resource of God is still theory only if it doesn't recognize Lord Krishna as the giver of everything. So we should remember that we should thank Krishna for everything that we are getting. Very important. Right? Otherwise we are doing thief. There is one shloka I am waiting for. As soon as shloka comes, I will stop today's class. I think it should come right now. Yeah. Please repeat after me. Yajna sistashnai santo. Yajna sistashnai santo. Muchyante sarvakil bishai. Bhunjate tvi agam papa. Ye pachanti atma karmanat. Ye pachanti atma karanat. Karanat. Yes. Repeat after me. Translation. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. It's a very, very heavy verse, isn't it? If I tell this verse outside, nobody will come next class. What is this, Prabhuji? I thought Bhagavad Gita is a peaceful scripture. See, wow, such a direct statement. If somebody objects, na, ఎవరైనా చెప్తున్నారంటే తిండికి భక్తికి ఏంటి సంబంధం, people are speaking like that, just quote this verse. What is the verse number? Easy to remember. 313. Third chapter, 13th shloka. What is it saying? The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first in sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. Very heavy verse. Right? So, Prabhupada and Matajis, we should pray to God, Krishna, before we eat anything. Okay, Prabhuji, I could not make prasadam at home. I'm eating outside, I'm forced to, I'm in the office. Okay, I'm eating vegetarian. But still, when you take that, at least say these two words. Can you repeat after me? Krishnarpanamastu, Krishnarpanamastu, Krishnarpanamastu. Say that and eat. Right consciousness. Krishna, I could not offer to you today. I'm eating this, please, because I have to exist. But tomorrow I'll cook in the house. I'll do whatever I can. But please allow me. Krishna Arpanamastu. By saying that, you are telling Krishna that I'm not eating for my enjoyment. I'm eating for my existence. And sorry, I could not offer to you. But in this way, please accept it. Right? And when prasadam is, we bought a lot of prasadam now. Now some prasadam is left out. First of all, we should not waste prasadam. Never. Even a single grain, we should eat properly. We should not allow any prasadam to go waste. But if it is more, some Prabhuji became very ecstatic. He served 2 times more than what you need. You can't eat that now. Right? What do you do with that? Don't put it in dustbin. Go and put it under a tree, under a plant, somewhere, and say, Narayanam samarpayami, Narayanam samarpayami, Narayanam samarpayami. Say that and leave it there. Right? Don't ever throw prasadam without saying this mantra. Because you are telling Lord Narayan, please forgive me. I could not eat. Now, my diet is not this much, but I'm offering it back to the land. So what will eat there? Insects will eat. Ants will eat. Birds will eat. Right? But never throw it in a dustbin. Don't allow it to rot. And never throw rice. We often have that discussion. These days people are very used to throwing rice. Especially people go to the beautiful country. What is the country name? America. When you go there, you learn some unnecessary knowledge. What is it? Throwing food, throwing annam. Mother, you've seen, right? Huh? Before going to US, we never throw rice. But after going to US, we get this special training where they throw rice and they show you, this is how we throw. And there is a machine also to, what is that machine? It will go like that. In that kitchen, under that wash basin, there is a special machine in America. You put rice, you push it will completely squeeze up and throw it into the, it will not jam the thing. So people feel very comfortable to throw rice. Rice should never be thrown. Annam should never be thrown. My grandma, I remember, whenever there was extra annam left, what used to do? Let me hear from others. When annam is left in the house, what used to do? Come on, you remember? We used to put some salt and keep it for drying outside. Isn't it? And then make frames out of it. Have you done that? Vodiyala, you want to try it? Vodiyala, yeah. We used to make that. Now we are going and buying, we are throwing rice in the dustbin. We are going to Vijayata and buying Vodiyala. Right? Buying the chips. Earlier chips were made of rice only. Left out rice was chips. Isn't it? Or just mix some milk in it and put a little curd and keep it in the night. By next day morning, vitamin B12 will be produced. But now what we are doing? We are throwing that there, going and beat up B12. B12. Injection B12. B12 is there in the rice only. Isn't it? Yesterday night's rice produces B12 in the morning. So you should have little curd rice in the morning. Saddannam. They say that in Telugu. Hindi mein kya bolte malum nahi. Kya bolte bro? Kal ka khana, aaj ka bacha hua rice, stale food, stale rice, but it becomes into, it produces that B12. So there is so many things, so we should never throw annam, never throw prasadam, right? And we should always thank before we eat. Otherwise we eat sin only. Eating sin means what? We become indebted. Sin means we become indebted. Papam. Right? Then we get a reaction for that also. right? If you throw food in this life, next life you will not get food. As simple as that. You will starve for food, right? You will take birth in a deserted place where food is a problem. Why? Because last life I threw so much food. Everything has a reaction. So we should make sure that we never throw, and especially never throw prasadam. And first of all, don't eat anything other than prasadam. It's very heavy. But try as much as possible. And if you eat prasadam, you'll become very healthy. Look at me. I'm becoming so mota bante ja raha hu. Too much prasadam I'm eating. But that also is not good. But I'm telling you, prasadam is better. Right? See, when prasadam means, look at the beauty of prasadam. The person who is making it with so much happiness, and is making it for Krishna, right? And then you offer it to Krishna. Radharani gives it to Krishna. Krishna looks at it. Tadastu. So prasadam becomes prashada, Prabhu ke sakshat darshan, right? And then you eat that prasad. How your life will become filled with happiness, isn't it? After eating prasadam, you can't shout at anybody because you're so happy, naturally happy. But after Zomato tomato, immediately you'll get angry. That feelings will immediately come out, isn't it? Gussa aa jata hai immediately. So what you eat really makes a big difference, isn't it? Yeah. So I want to go to that verse. Yes, my verse came. Yeah, we're stopping with this verse. Okay, 3.14. Please repeat after me. Very, very important sloka. I want all of you to learn that. All children should by heart it. Children includes all the parents also. Haribol. 3.14. Repeat after me. Annad bhavati bhutani. Annad bhavati bhutani. Parjanyad anna sambhava. Parjanyad anna sambhava. Yajnad bhavati parjanyo. Yajnad bhavati parjanyo. Yajna karma samudbhava. Yajna karma samudbhava. Yeah, this is a beautiful science that all the children and adults please learn. Okay, Lord Krishna is telling how the universe functions. This one verse is telling. Repeat after me. All living bodies subsist on food grains, which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice. And yajna is born of prescribed duties. Okay? So he's telling exact sequence, how we get what we get. If we perform, please focus, if we perform yajna, devatas are satisfied. If devatas are satisfied, what do they give? They give rain. And when nice rains come, you get good grains. And when you get good grains, your existence will be pure. You will be completely happy. Right? This is the greatest science which no MIT, IIT is teaching today, unfortunately. But this is what should be taught. That how the whole world is functioning, not with machines and gadgets and laptops and phones. It is not functioning with that. It is functioning because of grains. Right? Say tomorrow morning you get up. Tomorrow morning you get up and ask your wife, आज सुबह के लिए क्या बनाया? मेरा नया आईफोन आया. आईफोन क्या भाड़ में? क्या बनाया? मेरा नया आईफोन आया. आईफोन से पेट थोड़ी भरता है. पेट नहीं भरता है. क्या भरता है पेट? किससे भरता है? Food, right? Anna. All of us need food. Without food, nobody can survive. But unfortunately, that is the only thing that we are not giving importance to. Somebody made a nice video, some outside person, that he was going and asking on the street, what is the most respectable job? He was asking. I don't know if you've seen that. It came in WhatsApp, everywhere it went. So what is the most respectful profession? Somebody told doctor. Somebody told soldier. Somebody told actor. Somebody told politician. Somebody told, I don't know, what all things we see. None of us them were saying one single profession. What is it? Farmer. Nobody is saying farmer. Such an unfortunate thing. अगर farming नहीं करे तो कहाँ से आएगा तुम्हारे पेट में? Where do you think you're getting with those vegetables from? Where do you think those grains you're getting from? They're getting from Vijayata supermarket? Or what is that, Ratanji supermarket? No, you're getting from farmers. If farmers are not doing what they're doing, what do you think we'll eat? We can't eat anything. Right? And farmers will get those grains. When they will get those grains? When they perform yajnas. And yajna should satisfy the devatas. And yajnas, how they are performed? With ghee. And where do the ghee come from? Cows. And without cows, is the farming meaningful? No, it is not meaningful. Farming and cows together go. You can't do one. You can't say, "My go raksha kar raha hu." No, it does not going to work. Farming has to go with go raksha. Together it works. Every farmer should have a cow. That is the right formula. Every house should have a cow. That is go raksha. Not that one person is taking care of 500 cows, so he's doing go raksha. No, he's doing go himsa. Putting everything together and not allowing them to, do the right purpose. Right? The cow has to go on the agricultural fields. Then only it's the right purpose. Go rakshana means all the farmers should have cows. We have started that movement now. We are giving education to farmers, giving free cows, give free bulls. We want to do that because eventually, if that doesn't happen, farming will not work. Right? So here, Lord Krishna is saying that rains come, grains come, then what happens? And grains come, we will exist. And how the rains will come? Rains will come through yajnas. Right? And yajna, Prabhuji and Matajis, I can tell you one thing, that you can see so many cities are getting dried up one by one. It's a truth. One by one cities are getting dried up. Don't think that Hyderabad is very fertile now, or Hyderabad is got good groundwater. Whatever rains came, where do you think the water went? It did not go underneath. It went to Musi Nadi. Everything went into Musi. From Musi, it has gone to Osi, out, ocean. It has not gone into the ground. It's very unfortunate. Rains are coming, but we don't know how to retain that water. Right? After some time, the rains will stop coming. What will happen if the rains stop? The entire city culture will go down. You can't run a city without water, isn't it? So it's very important that we understand the devatas have to be satisfied. Even now, so you might ask, so Prabhuji, why are devatas giving rain in a city when no devotees are in a city? There are still some devotees in a city. That is the reason rain is coming. Don't think that Indra is fool, or he doesn't know where to give rain. Still, there are God conscious people. That is the reason rain is falling here. The day devatas are unhappy, all the cities will turn into deserts. Within 5 years, all the people have to leave all the cities. No project can bring water here. Nothing will work. Everything is sustained by the happiness of devatas. And devatas are happy when you do yajnas. When Lord Narayan is happy, all the devatas are happy. You have a question? Very nice question, right? In Kali Yuga, no yajna can be performed properly because of bad consciousness. Now, how do we get rains? In 1972, Srila Prabhupada came to Hyderabad. When he established ISKCON in 1965, 72, 73, I think he came to Hyderabad. He also came in 76, 77. When he came here, that time the entire Telangana, this tract of land was in drought. It was real crisis that was going on that time. They were doing several yajnas here and then nothing was working. Then you know what Srila Prabhupada did? In parade grounds, that time Channa Reddy was the chief minister. He told Channa Reddy, we will do Sankirtan yajna and the rain will come. You wouldn't believe, even till date, it's a miracle that people have seen. On parade grounds in Secunderabad, that land was given and Prabhupada got so many people from different parts of India to do Sankirtan. All of them chanted Hare Krishna mantra. Whole day the yajna happened. It poured at the end of the day. Poured. Literally the streets were filled with water. And Channa Reddy was so happy. And the entire community was so happy that Sankirtan yajna has the power when it is done with a pure consciousness. Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amanani yamanadena, kirtanaya sadahari. Trinadapi sunichena means you should be humbler than a blade of grass. You should be very respectful to everybody and not expect any respect in return. You should be more tolerant than a tree. When you have this consciousness, then kirtanaya sadahari, rain will come. When you do that yajna with that consciousness, when a pure devotee chants the God's names, rain will come. And Channa Reddy was so happy. And so many people came and gave so much big donations to Prabhupada. At that time, they gave 500 acres near Medchar. 500 acres land was given. When the yajna happened and they saw such a big thing. And Pulla Reddy gave more than an acre of land in Abbots. which is what is ISKCON habits today, right? And so many other donations were given. Prabhupada was very happy because he told only Telugu people are the people who gave free land. Everywhere in India he had to purchase land. So here he got free land. They literally came and gave, take the land, take a land donation. So that was given. So Sankirtan Yajna is everything that the world needs today. Even Sri Vaishnavas, they always chant the holy names. All the Vaishnavas, they chant the holy names. They always chant Narayana Stotram or Lord Krishna's names. Chanting of holy names is the process of Kali Yuga. There is no dispute in any parampara for this. And we are all doing the right thing. What we are doing here is the highest and the right thing. That we are chanting the holy names. Right? Just read the purport of this. Yes.
Prabhuji, if some kirtan yajna solves many problems, then Krishna also had many problems related to Hastinapur, and he was also a pure devotee. So why didn't he do Sankirtan yajna?
He did Sankirtan yajna, but problem is Sankirtan he was always chanting Krishna's names. He was a devotee of Krishna, but Dhritarashtra is not a devotee of Krishna. Problem is power is in his hands. So he took a big vow that whoever sits on the throne of that Hastinapur, he will see his father in it. Because of that one vow, he could not act. He could not take the. So what is chanting of holy names is Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga. Does it work in Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga? It works in all Yugas. But it works more in Kali Yuga. That is the point, right? So we all chanted one round of Hare Krishna mantra today. The whole house is sanctified. The whole block 6 is sanctified. The whole avatar is sanctified. The whole Pupalaguda is sanctified. The whole area is sanctified. If you believe it or not, that has happened. So we all should go to each other's house and sit down and chant. That is a great test, the greatest yajna that can be done. You go to any great sannyasi. Recently, even in a video, Chinnaji Swami Maharaj was saying, right, when the Corona second wave came, literally, what did he tell? Everybody chant 1 hour, he told. How many saw that video? He told 1 hour you chant Hare Krishna mantra. He told, you're doing Vishnu Sahasranam, that's okay, but also chant, because that's an emergency. You have to do this. Right? Chanting of holy names is the bona fide process. Harera Nama, Harera Nama, Harera Nameva Kevalam, Kalau, Nasteva Gatiranyata. It's mentioned very clear. Right? So, just the bolded portion I'll read. Demigods like Indra, Chandra, and Varuna are appointed officers who manage material affairs. And Vedas direct sacrifices to satisfy these demigods so that they may be pleased to supply air, light, and water sufficiently to produce food grains. When Lord Krishna is worshipped, the demigods, who are different limbs of the Lord, are automatically worshipped. Therefore, there is no need to separately worship the demigods. Therefore, a person in Krishna consciousness who eats only food offered to Krishna can counteract all reactions of past material infections, which are impediments in the progress of self-realization. On the other hand, one who does not do so continues to increase the volume of sinful action, and this prepares the next body to resemble hogs and dogs to suffer in the resultant reactions of all sins. So, Prabhupada and Matajis, how many of you have faith that today you are going to eat prasadam and all your past sins will be burnt on today, 24th of October 2021, your entire past sins will be gone in one single day if you eat prasadam. How many of you have faith? If you have faith, it will work. If you don't have faith, nothing will work. Prasadam is so powerful. You should have that faith. That, ఒక్క రోజు నారాయణుడు ప్రసాదం తిని నా కోట్లాది జన్మల పాపాలన్నీ కూడా ఒకటేసారి భస్మం అయిపోతాయి అని నమ్మకం ఉండాలి. That faith you should have. Without faith, nothing works. Even the holy names doesn't work. A lot of people say, Prabhuji, you are chanting for such a long time. The devotees are chanting for such a long time. Still, I see them shouting. Still, I see them behaving in a very bad way. Outside people are better than devotees. Like that, people speak. What is the problem that is happening? Those devotees are not applying the prescription properly. See, when you go to a doctor, prescription should be properly followed. Then disease will be cured. So you should chant with right consciousness. You should eat only prasadam. And you should follow the principle of Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sakshana. Be tolerant, humble, respectful, then automatically there will be transformation in our heart. Whereas even if you chant, even if you eat prasadam, things will not work if you don't have faith. Faith is very, very important. How do we get faith? How do we get faith? Anybody? How do we increase our faith? Faith ante namakam. Antena? We're learning more scriptures. Okay. Brother? By surrendering ourselves to Supreme Lord. Yes, Mataji. By serving, yes. 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 By chanting. Business makes a lot of money. Business makes a lot of money. But what do you need to start a business? Some money. Isn't it? Business makes more money than employment. But to start a business also you need some money. To get faith, you have to invest some faith. Thoda to faith rakhna padega. It's not blind faith. But some faith is needed. You have to keep some faith. That, okay, Prabhuji told chant minimum 16 rounds, I will chant. Some faith. And then your faith will increase. That is how bhakti works. And whose words you should believe? Guru, Shastra, Sadhu. Anything that is mentioned in the scriptures, you should believe. Anything told by a person in Parampara, you should believe. Anything explained by Vaishnava, you should believe. Right? Guru, Shastra, Sadhu, put a little faith and follow the process. Automatically, your faith will increase. And one more most great technique that I follow to increase my faith is, I go to my seniors who have a lot of faith. And I go and sit beside them. When I look at them, how much faithfully they are practicing devotional life, that gives me more faith. Do you think that works? Yes. When you sit beside a magnet, your iron gets magnet qualities. The same way, we should also try to take association of devotees. Then automatically, our faith will increase. Today morning, how many attended today morning Bhagavatam class? Anybody here? How was it? Srinivas bro? Amazing class, right? The beautiful. You attended. I saw Ramya Mata's name also. I saw Gyan Mata's name also. How was the class, Mataji? Very good, right? What it did, it increased our faith on Krishna, isn't it? When we hear Krishna Katha, automatically our faith increases. Janma karma chame divyam evam yoviti tattvataha tyaktya deham punarjanma naiti mamiti swarjuna. Just by hearing Krishna's activities, his appearance, his disappearance, we will develop faith on Krishna and will not take a birth again. Such a simple process. I request all of you to hear today morning's Bhagavatam class. I posted it. Beautiful stories. The whole theme of today's class was Narada in Vrindavan. So Narad Muni's pastimes in Vrindavan. In such sweet way he was speaking, as if honey was flowing from his mouth when he was speaking that class. Very young brahmachari. His name is Madhusudan Vishnu Prabhu. He lives in Bombay, in Mira Road. So I requested him, Prabhuji, this is Kartik month. Please come and, when I speak, only poison is coming out. You come and put some honey. Speak something nice. He came and spoke so beautifully. 1 hour, 15 minutes. I saw one Mataji, she was crying only. On the screen when he was telling the pastor of Krishna, he told how Krishna turned into a small boy and ran and sat in Yashoda's lap. I saw that Mataji. She started crying immediately. Haripriya Mataji. I was, boy, what a love for Krishna. Right? So when we hear more and more about Krishna, we get attracted to Krishna. When we hear more and more about Ravi Teja, we get attracted to Ravi Teja. When you hear more and more about, what is that actress? I don't know. Deepika Padukone, you will become Deepika Padukone consciousness. Right? But when you hear more and more about Krishna, you become Krishna conscious. Right? So this is very important organ. This one. This is a stupid organ. It will seem nonsense. But this is a very, very important organ. Don't give this organ to any person who wants to speak. Give it to the right person. Hear from the right source. And hear the right content. Hear the right content, you will become Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. So 15 minutes I will tell about Kartik Mas. Then we'll have Damodar Arati. We'll wrap it up. Okay? Hare Krishna. So there are Prabhujis and Matajis on the call. I think there is Sanjay Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for joining. Tapasya Mataji. Venkatesh Prabhu. Shamala Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you for joining. So we'll discuss briefly about Kartik Mas. Will they keep it? Yeah. So here is the calendar. Here is a calendar. This calendar is accessible to everybody of you. Just go and say ISKCON calendar 2021. You'll go to the website. Each month wise the festivals are given. I don't know if you can see that. This is more. This is better. Yeah, as you can see February, all the festivals are given, right? Whose appearance day, whose disappearance day, all those things are given. Ekadashi details are given. Like that, now I will directly go to October. So August, September, October. So October is a very auspicious month. You can see Durga Puja also on October 12th. Then you see Ekadashi, October 16th, the recent Ekadashi that we had. Then 17th, Sunday. Oh, today is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Today is 24th, 17th. We didn't celebrate this. Some we forgot. Very important Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami. Disappearance day. See, this is called as Vaishnava calendar, where we have all Acharyas, appearances and disappearances. Right? And now here, see Chaturmas. If people are following Chaturmas, you shouldn't eat urad dal from now for 1 month. Okay. So Lakshmi Puja, 20th. Murari Gupta, appearance of Radha Kund. Now here, when is the Kartik Mass starting? Anyone? 20th, right? Yeah, Purnima to Purnima. Here. So from here, Kartik Mass is starting. So every day we sing a lot of new prayers, and there is a nice Ashtakam that we'll sing now. So if you can see, there are many. Bahulashtami is a very famous festival. I'll speak about that next time. If I start speaking, it'll be too late. Appearance of Radha Kund. There is a beautiful kund in Vrindavan, Radha Kund. I think Mataji's went there. Yes. So that is a place where Radharani made that kund, and it's the most purest place. So that pastime happened during Kartika month. Why is Kartika Mass called Kartika? Today morning class, Prabhuji told, if you remember. Kirtida's mother's name, Radharani's mother's name is Kirtida. Her other name is Kartika. And it's also called a Kartika Mass, because it is the month of Radharani. Everything special that Radharani likes happens in Kartika month. So for anything favorite to Radharani is favorite of Krishna. Like that. So there is a beautiful festival that comes. Yeah. Golden Puja happens during this time. Right? Golden Puja. Go Puja. It's very, very auspicious to go and worship cows. Wherever you find them. Worship them. And Gopashtami, where Radharani dresses like Krishna, Krishna dresses like Radharani. Don't ask me why. There's a big reason. Again, I'll discuss maybe next time. Right? There's a beautiful pastime where Radharani dresses like a boy and Krishna dresses like a girl. Yeah. So everything what they do is a festival. And it's also the disappearance day of Srila Prabhupada, our Acharya. Remember Acharya, he left this planet during this Kartik Mass. Actually, after many, many years, me and my family are going to be during Kartik Mass in Hyderabad. Otherwise, Kartik Mass means always in Dham only. We never celebrated Kartik Mass in Hyderabad. Always in Vrindavan or Mayapur or, Rameshwaram or some Hampi, Udupi, somewhere, because that is how the planning is. Everybody goes on Yatra. This is the time. But anyway, we are here. We can make this place into Vrindavan, right? By doing Kartik months, by observing the Kartik month. So here, I had actually made a presentation, but did not have time to correct the dates. But this is the best way to. 1 second. Yeah. So here is the glories of Kartik month. Ignore the dates here. 2018 I had done this. I did not update the dates. But these are the main festivals. Sharad Purnima, the first day of Kartik Mass, which is 20th. We did not celebrate Sharad Purnima this time. Do you remember that all? Yeah. But we are doing on the last day of Kartik, which is 19th of November. We are doing that festival where you all can come and decorate Krishna in jungle. We'll do that, right? So we had made all plans. We got too tired with too many things, and we said, okay, we'll do it at the end. Radha Kund and Snana Kund, Bahulashtami, Deepavali comes, Golden Puja happens during this time, Gopashtami, And Disappearance of Gaur Kishodas Babaji, one of our great acharyas, and Bhishma Panchaka, the last 5 days of Kartik month. 5 most austere days that people, devotees do it. Do you see this stone here? This is the footprint of Krishna in Vrindavan. On Govardhan they brought this. This is the footprint of Krishna. And there are many such footprints you can see in. So Sharad Purnima, this presentation has explanation about each one of these festivals. This is Radha Kund, by the way. If you have not seen Radha Kund, you're seeing it here. This is Radha Kund. This is Sham Kund. This is Sham Kund. This is Radha Kund. In between there is this place. People go from underneath here and go into the Radha Kund. They can do all that, things. It's a very famous place on the planet, Radha Kund. And Deepavali, Lord Ram killed Ravan. And do you see this? We do this Golden Puja. Can you see? I don't know if you're able to see that, but we're all sitting here. Can you see how many varieties of prasadam is here? We all make bhoga on Golden Puja. We all should celebrate Golden Puja. Why don't we do that? Which day is it coming? Golden Puja. Huh? Yes, Friday, November 5th. We all will celebrate Golden Puja. What I want to all of you to do is cook as many items as you can for Krishna. Right? Little quantities. And we'll make a nice Golden hill. Right? And we'll circumambulate that Golden hill. We'll do that? Yes. We'll do that either in the house or we'll do it in VSK. VSK means it's easy. There is a lot of open ground. You'll have to come a little early from the office, half an hour from here. And we can do Go Puja also, Golden Puja also. Both of them we can do on the same day. Should you do that? 4th is holiday, huh? Oh, Diwali. 4th is Diwali. You're also not there. Where are you going? Oh, Puri, you're going to Dham. Hari Bol. Nice. You're already going to the right place. So whoever are here, we can do Golden Puja together. I will also call all our other devotees also. They all will bring bhoga. We can make a nice. Last time what we did is we made a small hill of cow dung. All the cow dung is at one place. We kept Krishna on top of that. And we kept all fruits around it. And we all circumambulated the Govardhan. That is actually real Govardhan. Govardhan. Govar means things that cow gives. And we circumambulated it. We did Go Puja. And then we left home. We should do something like that. Central Park mein? Pata nahi. I don't know. See, we don't have to bring Govar so much. We can bring some cow dung cakes and also make a hill. That we can do. And we can keep all the prasadam there and we can do nice circumambulation. If you want, we can do it here. Yeah, similar to that. Small way we can do. Yeah? Should we do that? Okay, let's plan. So we need 3 people in planning committee. Please raise your hands. Okay, anyway, show lifted half hand. Yeah. Annakud, yeah, that's what it's called, Annakud. Yeah, we prepare a lot of things and we offer it to Krishna. Right? We offer it to Govardhan. Right? We can do that. Let us plan where. Let me get back to you on where. But it will be somewhere around here. Somewhere in 2 square kilometers, or it will be in Vaishnav Seva Kunj. The good part of going there is you'll also meet cows. Then you can take darshan of cows. That is very auspicious. Right? Krishna will be very happy to see all of us. Cows will be very happy to see all of us. Yeah. Telegram. Yes. Amphitheater also we can do. Yeah. We don't need to tell anything. Just go put it there and circumambulate and finish it. Yeah. I heard that Raju Prabhu is not anymore with. Very unfortunate. He used to support us for so many things. But now, anyway. Okay, so this is about the Govardhan Puja. You know how many varieties we make when we go on Yatra? Last time we crossed 2000. 2000 varieties of prasadam. It was Krishna was there, and all the varieties of prasadam kept there. And how much is left after the Govardhan Puja? Not a morsel, not a little grain is left. Everything is gone. Sabhi log ka pet aise aaya tha. Everybody is eaten full. And all the Brajvasis come and they literally take and run, with all the prasadam. Everybody gets to make prasadam. We all are given, there is a counter in the yatra, there is a counter where it's like a grocery store. You can go and tell, I want to make paneer sabzi. Immediately they'll give one matki and give some paneer, some masala, some this, some that. You take that and they'll be given a stove. You have to, wooden. You should light it up and you can make your own thing and make it ready and come and keep it at a place. So all the things are taken around the Govardhan and they are offered. And at once, the Golden Puja happens. It's a sight to see in life. Something like that we can also do it here. Yeah, Disappearance Day of Prabhupada, the Acharya who gave us all this. This Gopashtami. Gopashtami is the day Krishna started taking care of cows from calves. Until then he was taking care of calves. Now he got promoted to take care of cows. There are a lot of pastimes around. This is Gaurkishore the Babaji. This is his ashram in Mayapur. This is Disappearance Day. And Bhishma Panchaka, the last 5 days of Kartik Mas. Yes. Now I'm going to tell some very important information. Please focus. Last. So Damodar Ashtakam, glories, what we are going to sing. Following the experts from the scriptures, explain the glory of Kartik month. Please focus. If somebody performs even little worship of Lord Sri Hari in this month, he offers the devotee his own abode. Krishna is telling, if you worship me even little during Kartik month, I am going to give you Vaikuntha. Just take it from me. So much merciful is the Kartik month. If someone burns a lamp in the temple of Sri Hari, even for a short time in the month of Kartik, then whatever sins he has acquired for millions of kalpas, one kalpa is equal to 1000 yugas, 1 day of Brahma, and are all destroyed, right? So we should offer lamp, which we are doing today now. Yes. If a person who for entire month of Kartik eats only once a day becomes very famous, powerful and heroic. If you have such desires, you can also do that. Of course, for in service of Krishna. A person who happily reads Bhagavad Gita in the month of Kartik does not return to the world of birth and death. So we are reading Bhagavad Gita next Saturday evening. Okay? In my house, we can read. Or you can choose anybody's house. Right? We can do. So Mataji will immediately lift the hand. But I want to give opportunity to anybody else also. We already did that. Yeah. So we all will. Aapke ghar mein? Hari bol, Hari bol, Hari bol. Yes. So next Saturday evening, or should we do it Sunday morning, same time? Anyway, Sunday morning is available, right? So Sunday morning we'll do. Saturday we have exam. Sunday morning we are free. Yeah. We have one Bhakti Shastri exam. We are all very tensed. Today from 2 o'clock to night 9 o'clock there is a class. Now 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We are all doing revision together. तो सब फेल हो जाएंगे. There is a Ishopanishad we were supposed to study, but we didn't study properly. So we are doing combined study. Yes. If somebody is interested to learn entire Ishopanishad, come to Trendset Wins, flat number 501 G block. From 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock, only Ishopanishad will happen today. So next Sunday, Haribol. So next Sunday, Mataji, your house. Oh, Prabhuji, next Sunday it was your house, right? So how do we plan then? Huh? In Prabhuji's house? Okay. Prabhuji is already planned, so we'll do it. So what will happen is we'll sit in 2 circles. Mataji's circle, Prabhuji's circle. I think we have 2 rooms, nice. Perfect. Yeah. And children will have their own circle. In the balcony they can sit. So we'll finish entire Bhagavad Gita in 3 hours. 3.5. If I don't speak, 3.5 hours. If I unnecessarily speak, 4 hours. That is the problem. So you should make sure that I don't speak in between. Huh? Yeah, morning. So we'll start a little early. We'll start around 9:30. Huh? 9:30 we'll start. Dot. If you come at 9:35, 3 verses will be completed. Your wish. So you want to do entire Bhagavad Gita, 700 verses, starting from 1 all the way to 700. We will not read Sanskrit. We will read English translation. If somebody wants to do in Telugu, if you want to do in Telugu, get your Telugu Bhagavad Gitas and we can do a separate circle of Telugu. We can have one circle for Telugu Bhagavad Gita, one circle for Prabhuji's in English, one circle for Prabhuji's in Mataji's in English. Okay? Yeah, so we can do that next. So we are doing everything that is mentioned. We're trying to do something, right? Okay, next. Of all gifts, the gift of lamb during Kartik, the month of Kartik is the best. No equal gift than this. Now you have to offer this ghee lamp every single day in your house. So please, after today, you can start doing it from tomorrow, right? Evening 7 o'clock, between 7 to 8 o'clock is a good time. Actually, sunset during that time. All the family can come together for those 10 minutes. Then again, you can go and join your office calls. But for 10 minutes, please come together and offer a lamb to Krishna. And I'll share the prayer with you. It's a nice song, difficult for the first time to learn, but as you keep chanting it, it becomes your favorite song also. Beautiful song, right? And offer it with pure ghee. So get pure ghee wherever you can. Like the lambs that you're going to offer now, that ghee is made from the milk of our cows. My wife makes it. For God, we only use the pure cow ghee lamb. So you can, if somebody wants pure ghee, you can contact Padma Mati. I don't know if you have contact. Do you have pure ghee there? Okay, they have it. Okay. So buy it. If you don't have, right? And use it during the Kartik month. It doesn't cost much, like 1 kg for the whole month is enough. For if you have 4 members in the family, right? Next. Yes, now Prabhuji is getting a benediction. A grahastha who conducts satsangs and calls sadhus, neighbors during Kartik gets eternal bliss. Haribol, Haribol. So the Kartik month, so many jackpot lotteries are there. Yes. Now the final one. The pious result obtained by bathing in all holy places and giving all charities is not equal to 1/10 millionth part of the result obtained by following the vows of Kartik. So even one of these things that you do is billions and millions of times more than any amount of dana, any amount of pious deeds that you do anytime. That is the glory of Kartik month, provided you all have faith. Right? Whatever I told, Prabhuji bolte hai, nothing will work. But this is coming from Shastra, it will work, it is true, then it will really work. Okay? So so this is a pastime of Krishna. Quickly I'll tell, very, very simple. This can be told for 20 hours also. But Krishna was hungry. Mother Yashoda took Krishna in the lap. And Krishna was actually churning the milk, very, very favorite milk. How many cows did Nanda Maharaj have? 900,000 cows, 9 lakhs. In that, there are special 108 cows. In that, most special are 8 cows. In that, most special is 1 cow. And that cow's milk, Krishna, Yashoda Maya will make sure that Krishna has the butter of it. So what is Yashoda Maya doing? She's boiling that cow's milk on the stove. And she's very, very conscious that that milk is very precious for Krishna. And while she's doing that, she starts giving milk to Krishna. She's feeding through her breast. And immediately, as soon as she remembers that, oh, I kept that stove, that milk there, Krishna, Yashoda immediately pulls Krishna from her breast, keeps him down, and she runs for that milk. And Krishna becomes very angry. It's like, what nonsense, I was nicely drinking milk and you put me down and you went. That also for Krishna only. But this Krishna's pastime, that he becomes very angry and then he goes and he starts breaking every pot in the house. And he calls monkeys and he says, you also take the share. And he starts breaking and doing all those things. And Yashoda, his brother Balaram is also helping him do all those notorious things. As you can see, monkeys are also here. See, there is one monkey here, one monkey here. Right? Very difficult to see from far. Yeah. So Yashoda is searching for Krishna. She is taking a stick and she sees that in the house there are small, small footprints of Krishna. Footprints made of what? Butter. Because he's with butter hands, he's running everywhere, right? So she follows and she finds Krishna at a place. Krishna is standing on that big pot and removing another pot. So tightly she holds him. And this is the picture of Yashoda Maya which we will worship, during the Kartik Mass when he's tied and when he's being beaten. And here, that Muni who writes, what is the name of the Muni? Parvat Muni, not Parvat Muni. Come on. Anyways, I'll tell you the name. The great sage who wrote Damodarashtakam prayers. So he says that Krishna was actually scared of Yashoda. How can God be scared of anybody? God cannot be scared of anybody, right? I mean, come on, he knows that his mother is going to beat him. But he should not be scared. But God was scared of Yashoda because he loved Yashoda so much. So God also can be scared by a little gopi. Yashoda Maya is just gopi, isn't it? Because the warriors cannot scare Krishna, but his mother stick can scare Krishna. And he was so much. And it is explained that when Yashoda Maya was running behind Krishna to beat him for whatever nonsense he did, the flowers were falling out from Yashoda's hair, right? Because flowers were like, we don't want to see Krishna being beaten, so we'll run away. So we're jumping and going away, right? Like that. It is explained. So many things. So everything in spiritual world has life. Even the stick that Yashodama is holding is worried that I'll be used to beat Krishna, and is slipping away. Yashodama's dress is becoming looser and looser. The dress also doesn't want to see Krishna being beaten. Like that. And finally, Yashodamaya catches Krishna and ties him to a grinding motor. There is a motor thing, and that they is tied. And whenever she is trying to tie him, it is 2 finger too short. Meaning the rope will come till here. When she wants to put the knot, it is this much short. Come on, then she brings one more rope, again ties, again brings it all the way, 2 finger too short. Again brings it all, and another gopi brings. Okay, get more ropes. So the gopis are going on getting ropes in entire Vrindavan. So many ropes they are bringing, but every time they tie it, it is 2 finger too short. And finally, at one point, Krishna sees sweat. He sees that Yashoda is getting too much sweat and she's very anxious. Out of that love, Krishna says, "Okay, you can tie me." Right, and then he allows. So that 2 fingers denote, our patience and determination in spiritual life. We should have patience, nischaya, and dhairya. Both of them we should have, right, in order to make progress in spiritual life. So those 2 fingers denote that. When Krishna allows, when he sees that she is very determined and she is patient also to wait for that time, then Krishna allows, okay, you can tie me. And Yashoda ties him. And finally, after she ties him, then the whole another pastime happens is, before this, millions of years ago, there are 2 sons of Kuvera, Nala Kuvera and Manikriva. Both of them very puffed up with a very, rich father. So both of them will be enjoying with some woman in some lake, and they will not be wearing any clothes. At that time, Narad Muni is passing on there. He's a sage. So the woman will look at Narad Muni and immediately they'll run away from there. But these 2 people, very puffed up, drunk, they will get up in the water completely naked. And they look at Narad Muni and say, "Hey, Narad Muni, how are you doing?" Like that. Narad Muni will get very angry. And immediately he'll curse them. That, you both will become trees. You're very fond of your body, right? You want to show your body. So become 2 trees. So they become Arjuna trees, Yamala Arjuna trees, they say. And then both of them will go and fall at Narad Muni's feet and say, "Sorry, we did a mistake. Please forgive us." Then Narad Muni says, "Okay, so I am giving you the benediction that you will grow as trees in the courtyard of Krishna when Krishna will appear on this planet. In the Nanda Maharaj's own courtyard, you will grow as those 2 trees, and Krishna himself will break both of you, and you will be delivered." So what Krishna does, he takes that grinding motor, and he goes, like this. He'll be running in the courtyard with a small child, and he goes, and the motor will get stuck between the 2 trees, and the whole 2 trees will fall. It is, according to physics law, it is impossible that a small child can bring those 2 big trees down, that too with that small rope and that grinding motor. But it happened. And when those big 2 trees fall, it makes such a big sound that entire Vraj comes to Nanda Maharaj's house, saying, "What happened? Those big trees fell." And the Gopas there, the small friends of Krishna, small friends, they all saw this. They go and tell, "Hey, Krishna pulled that, grinding motor and the trees fell down." Nobody believes them. Say, "Bacche log kuch bhi baat kar rahe hain." Right? But Yashoda Mai immediately picks up Krishna, and those 2 beautiful celestial bodies come out of the trees, Nalakuver and Manikriva. They pay humble obeisance to Krishna that our life is dhanya ho gaya hum, taking your darshan, and they go back to their duty where they went. So that is Damodara Ashtakam. So in Hari Bhakti Vilas, a very, very great scripture written by Narad Muni. Today morning only was explained that it was written beside Kusum Sarovar. It is explained, Damodara Ashtakam Nama, Stotram Damodara Chanam, Nityam Damodara Karsi, Patet Satyavrat Muni, Satyavrato Ditam. One should regularly recite the prayer called Damodara Ashtakam, which was composed by Satyavrata Muni, which attracts Lord Damodara and which describes the worship of Lord Damodara. It is mentioned in Hari Bhakti Vilas. So we are going to chant what is mentioned in the scriptures, right? So we will discuss Damodara Ashtakam maybe next week. Today we'll directly try to recite, because if I go shloka by shloka explaining the meaning, it will take a lot of time. So today we will directly chant the Damodara Ashtakam. It basically, the whole prayer is about Satyavrat Muni He's meditating on the spiritual world and is actually seeing Krishna running and Yashoda trying to beat him, and he sees all that, and with that vision he writes this song. Beautiful song. You should read the translation. Actually, it's very, very nice. And he says that I don't want any vara, I don't want anything, I just want this sight to be there in my eyes all the time. I want to see you, Krishna, running, from your mother and eating butter all my life. Varam deva moksham na moksham vadimva. He says, I don't want any vara, I just want to see this form of yours, right? So there's a beautiful, all the shlokas. I will send you this presentation, maybe you can go through the meanings also, right? So there are 8 shlokas. Ashtaka means 8. So this is the Damodar Ashtaka. Why is this coming here? I don't know. Close this. Oh, close that. Okay. Can you see it from far away? Is it okay? So first time what we'll do now is we all will sing this, and then when I start Hare Krishna Mahamantra, at that time my wife and Mati's mother, they will prepare the lamps for you. What I want you to do, wherever you're standing, from there itself you can offer the lamp. Okay? And keep the lamps outside. Outside or you can keep it here. Is it okay? Yeah, you can just bring and keep it here and then go back. Because after that, when you start coming in the front, the projector will be blocked and you can't see the song. So please sit wherever you are and chant the whole Damodar Ashtakam. When I start the Hare Krishna mantra, then you can continue chanting, like Kirtan way after me. And during that time, you can offer the lamp. And how to offer the lamp? There is a Narada Pancharatra Vidhi Paddhati. How to offer the lamp? Actually, anywhere you go, there is a right way to offer. Is first you should offer to Guru, which is Prabhupada. In your heart, just offer it to Prabhupada. Or all many Vaishnava Acharyas you can offer. And then offer it to Krishna 4 times at the feet. Right? 4 times at the feet. At the feet 4 times. 2 times at the belly. 3 times on his head. Right? And 7 times around the body. I'll repeat it once again. 4 times at the feet, 2 times at the belly, 3 times at the head, 7 times around the body. And then the same thing, do it for Yashoda Mai. Right? And then keep the lamp down. And you can just take the blessings of the lamp. Okay? Is that clear? Yeah. Hare Krishna. Try to sing. If you try, Krishna will also give you some extra intelligence to actually sing it. It's a Sanskrit, but it's very nice. Namamishwaram Satchitanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamana Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamana Yashoda Biyoluka Ladavamanam Param Drishtam Atyanta Todruta Gopya Yashoda Biyoluka Ladavamanam Param Drishtam Atyanta Todruta Gopya Rudantam Muhurnetra Yugam Rajantam Karam Bhoja Yugamena Satakanetam Purnetra Amrajantam Karam Bhoja Yugamena Satakanetam Muhuswasakam Patri Rekhanta Kantha Sita Graiva Damodaram Bhaktibaddham Swasakam Patri Rekhanta Kantha Sita Graiva Damodar Bhaktibaddham Idriksvaha Leelabhir Ananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajjantam Akyapayantam Idriksvaha Leelabhir Ananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajjantam Akyapayantam Tadiye Shita Jishnu Bhaktarjitatvam Puna Prema Tastam Sata Vritivante Shita Jishnu Bhaktarjitatvam Puna Prema Tastam Sata Vritivante Varam Deva Moksham Na Moksham Vadimva Nachainam Rineham Vareshadapiha देव मोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिं वा वरेष्यदपि इदं तेव पूर्णाथ गोपाल बालम् सदा मे मनस्याविराष्टं किमन्ये इदं तेव पूर्णाथ गोपाल बालम् सदा मे मनस्याविराष्टं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्बोज अत्यन्तनीलै वृतं कुण्ठलै स्निग्ध रक्तैश्च गोप्या इदं ते मुखाम्बोजम् अत्यन्तनीलै वृतं कुण्ठलै स्निग्ध गोप्या मोहचुम्बितं बिम्बारकादरं मे मनस्याविराष्टम् आलं लक्षलभ्ये चुम्बितं बिम्बारकाधरं मे मनस्याविराष्टम् आलं लक्षलभ्ये नमो देव दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीदा प्रभो दुःख जलाभिमग्नम् दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीदा प्रभो दुःख जलाभिमग्नम् कृपा दृष्टि वृष्याति दीनं बतानु गृहाणे क्षमामग्नम् यदि अक्षिदृश्ये कृपा दृश्याति दीनं बतानु गृहाणे क्षमामग्नम् यदि अक्षिदृश्ये कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धा मुद्वैव यद्वत् त्वया मुचितौ भक्ति भजौ कृत्वौ च मुद्वैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्ति भजौ कृत्वौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकमे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे स्थितमोदरे प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकमे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे स्थितमोदरे नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयो आराध विश्वस्य दाम्ने विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवयतुभ्यम् त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवयतुभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवयतुभ्यम् प्रियायै देवयतुभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवयतुभ्यम् राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवयतुभ्यम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You can offer it to the photo. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha, Damodar Radha, Damodar Radhe. Jaya Radha, Damodar Radha, Damodar Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Shri Krishna. Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Shri Krishna. Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Shri Krishna. Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Shri Krishna. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada. If you offered, you can keep the lamps here. Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jai Jai Gurudev, Gurudev, Jai Jai Gurudev. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. श्री राधा दामोदर भगवान की जय. जय श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि. నరసింహతి వాడు లాస్ట్ టైం చెప్పాడు సుశీల్ బ్రహ్మణ్కి next week at home. Hare Krishna. Yes. Damodar Arti, yes. Marching Arti. Yeah, you all can, if it's okay, you can pay obeisances by keeping your head on the floor. Radha Damodar. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Lada Daine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Latankana Kalaye. Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho.
Yato yato yami tato narsimha narsimho hridaye narsimho narsimhamadim sharanam prapade tava kara kamala vare nakham adbhuta shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tava Kara Kamala Vare Narsimhadev, 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 Jaya Narsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jai Jai Gurudev. Nityai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nityai Gaura Hari Bol. Sunday, please mark your calendar and start at 9:30 in Prabhuji's house.